From Whittles Field, this is Archbishop Spalding Lacrosse, and we've reached the second season for a third straight year. The Cavaliers playing in the A Conference Playoffs tonight, an Anne Arundel County derby as they take on the Saints of St. Mary's. Glenn Clark, good to be back alongside my broadcast partner, Andrew Scally. Andrew, this team, we knew there were going to be some changes. They had some dips in the season, but they have really put things together down the stretch. They've won 7 of their last 8. They're playing very good lacrosse going into the postseason.
Yeah, 100%. Early in the season, they lost a couple heartbreakers, 50-50 games that, could have gone their way easily, but they've learned how to win. They learned how to rebound from losses, and I think they're kind of rounding themselves out as a team here, and hopefully they can put it all together and, advance to that next round.
And for St. Mary's, back in the playoffs for the first time since 2023, there is nothing they would enjoy more than knocking out their neighbors and springing an upset here in the quarterfinals. They will send out Evan Wilholt for the first face-off of the night. Just 37 of 130 on the season for the sophomore from Stevensville. Cavaliers looking to get to a quick start. They're coming off a 9-8 win over Mount St. Joe on Tuesday to wrap the regular season. Had that statement 12-5 win over Blakefield last Friday. Cooper Johnson out there, 63.7% on the year. Had a shot at it, but couldn't come away with it. An opportunity the other way. Instead, after picking up the ground ball, an early shot nowhere close for Brody Gallant. But the Saints will have the first possession of the game. St. Mary's in the blue shirts, blue shorts, blue helmets with the white numerals, attacking right to left on your internet dial. Cavaliers in the white shirts, white shorts, red numerals, and the black helmets. These teams met just a couple of weeks back. Cavaliers making a statement in that one, 11-7 victory in a game that had been 4-4 at one point on April 10th. That, of course, broke the longest streak in all sports. Oh, what a play. Just stepping through with the interception, pushing transition, now thinking about it. Blair's got him on the board. Taking it to the house, Carson Blair. Oh, that's a juice goal if I've ever seen one.
Sideline's loving it. The crowd's loving it. That'll help the shooting percentage.
Yeah, sure.
One shot, one goal.
If they keep doing that, it might be a record. Carson Blair.
I mean, that was a pick 6.
Yes.
Jumped the route. House call.
Ed Reed.
I was going Champ Bailey.
What do you think
about
we can
Champ?
all have our preferences.
I'm just happy we ditched the baseball references from the last time we hosted this.
Third of the season for Carson Blair, but they're not all made equal. That one was even more fun. And this time Johnson comes away with it. He's in trouble, however. Hits the turf, loses the ball. And the ground ball will be taken away by Stephen Gardner, and St. Mary's will have possession again. So the Cavaliers need to clean that up in the early going. Struggling to get possession from the face-off dot.
I think it's as much about the wing play. It is, the two at the dot right there. Both face-offs, ball kind of popped loose. You got to win that sideline matchup. Box guy out. Make it a scrap.
Chase Overend, that first midfield. He's joined by Henry Dion as well as Rocco Polito. Sends it ahead. Mentioned earlier this year, April 10th. It was an 11-7 win for Spalding. The last 3 games before that in this series had 17-9 final scores, which might be the greatest anomaly in the history of lacrosse. Oh, Carson Blair coming over. He is active early on. The senior wanting to make sure his career does not end tonight. Brimhall drifts back to X, under 20 on the shot clock. Brimhall started one way. Still has the short stick of Blair on him. Gives it up to the middle. Gale has it knocked away. Ground ball still on the turf. Big time check for La Rochelle. He ends up with it over on the sideline. Gets it out of trouble.
Great D, great ground ball. I like what I see early from this Spalding defense.
And they look up to the task. Reinecker gets it ahead to Hines. Hines in some trouble, though, and Stangl knocks it away. Playing without a stick. You're not allowed to do that. Saints ball. So issues getting into the offense right now. for Archbishop Spalding. To your point, the defenses look sharp.
Well, last game, if you remember, St. Mary's definitely extended out on the perimeter, at least when the ball transitioned to 6v6. It seems like they've dialed that pressure up again, but on the ride game. So we'll see how it plays out the rest of the game. But Spalding's defense, like I said, they've looked stout. They're playing aggressively. They're flying around, getting the ball off the turf, and taking a lot off that shot clock. They just got to get over the midfield line and settle in.
Saints again looking to try to tie it early on. Fed up top, the fake, but nothing doing from Hugh Shaw. He gets knocked down.
I mean, that's just...
And a great ground ball. First time for Vinny Berger. He pushes it ahead himself, and the Cavaliers, they want to settle.
They
want to settle. They have not had an offensive set yet tonight. And just over 3 minutes into this first quarter, they're going to choose to go ahead and have one of those right now. Cavaliers finished the regular season 10-6, 8-2 in conference play. Won 7 of their last 8. Clinching the 3 seed in the A Conference tournament. Heads back to Mollot. Brady Mollot, leading point getter at 79. They're paying an awful lot of attention to him.
Yeah, they're kind of extending their little face guard. Something Mollot, I'm sure, has seen throughout his career. So getting free now with a short stick matchup. Got to see an early slide.
And he moves it to the middle, and it's hammered in by Colby Evans.
I tell you what, I think it was unintentional. I think that was a through look, but you know,
Colby Evans just said it's
I'll
here.
Take that.
Yeah, right.
As well.
Let's watch it
great
again.
Handle.
See what he's looking for.
Yeah, definitely a skip.
Yeah,
pass.
you're right. Gavin Carpenter was wide open, but you know what? The result is the only part that matters, and I think both parties will say we meant to do that. 2-0 Cavaliers. Colby Evans, 21st of the season, first point of the night for Mollot, now up to 80 on the year.
Decent.
Johnson loses his footing again, but wow, what a job of surviving. Gets back up, finds the help.
Icing both my knees after watching that. Just watching it.
That is for the young. That is not for the older gentleman in the booth. Cavaliers already with a 2-0 advantage. Moss sends it back towards the middle, and Schwab going to work the opposite side, and Carpenter. Carpenter gets the screen from Gutierrez. No angle for Schwab. So no, settle, Mollot. Looking for the screen. Doesn't get the switch. Goes right back the other way to Schwab. Now Gutierrez trying to get his hands free. Gutierrez dodges. Didn't like the angle. Under 30 on the possession clock. Schwab sends it back up top. Now a favorable matchup for Moss. Moss dodges all the way in front. That's tipped. So they're going to reset the shot clock. A new 60 to work with for the Cavaliers. Brody Fuller, the sophomore goalie for St. Mary's in 14 games this season. He's allowed 101 goals coming into tonight, made 140 saves, stopping 58.1% of the shots that he's faced. Mollot. Carpenter set the screen up top. Moss, great save, but right there.
Another reset.
Evans,
and
your
a broken
point.
Stick. We got numbers here.
Advantage. And Cavaliers not going to take advantage of it. However, Mollot gets free in front. First of the night for Brady Mollot off the feed from Evans. It was Mollot to Evans. Now it's Evans to Mollot, and it's 3-0 Spalding.
I have one note on my sheet about the offense, and it says look for Mollot on the follow. We saw that in the game in April. They're so worried about playing him behind the cage and eliminating that pass lane and having him make a play above the cage that they forget that he can actually go above the cage.
Correct.
And so he follows that slide, and they clear out the wing, and he just follows right behind his defender. Coming up field, I love that angle.
34th of the season for Mollot. Another quick face-off win, but another turnover forced. However, that's checked out. Dangerous. Wow.
I thought that was going to be the own goal.
Golubowski able to find it. That was a dangerous spot to be in for the junior goalie. out of Arnold.
Reset on the shot clock here.
They'll fix the clock here. 3-0 Cavaliers. And the second midfield's going to get out there for Spalding, Craddock, Leo Reinecker on the near side. Reinecker gets a shove.
Tell you what, if he fell right there, I think he's drawing the penalty.
I think you're right. Blake Morris part of that group as well. Now you see Mollot all the way up top. He'll play anywhere. Has that one knocked away. Nice play by McAndrew to get it free.
Yeah, but I like that matchup, and I like what they're doing, getting him to space. I think he's got the speed advantage with that matchup, and it also puts him in a position where defenders aren't used to sliding upfield to a defender or to an offensive player like that. So we'll see if they go back to it. I like what they're doing behind the cage with a two-man as well, but they're definitely finding Mollot's stick early and trying to get some matchups for him to take advantage of.
I mean,
he's an automatic slide.
Good things tend to happen
for sure
when the ball is in Mollot's stick. Gardner had the ground ball. Spencer Gale brought it over. St. Mary's still looking for their first goal of this contest. And Baldick gives it up to Jackson Henry with their next midfield unit out. Connor Gale. Connor Gale's had a spectacular season. Future Salisbury Seagull.
Good defense there, goal line extended.
Being given nothing by Jackson Hines to the opposite side, Overend. Down to 20 on the shot clock. Henry makes a nice move. The freshman shoots low, but Golubowski's got it.
Heads up.
Blair saw it coming, ducked under. He'll take the clear himself. How good has Carson Blair been this season?
I mean, it's unbelievable. And the guy's name in the paper a couple times as well.
He'll settle as they get the personnel out there before he comes off. Gives it up to Carpenter. And the Cavaliers will have the better part of 60 seconds to operate.
I mean, I like leaving Blair out there a little bit. Like I said, he can find the back of the net. You know, he's an athlete. I think for Spalding, you have so many good players on that side of the field that
yeah, you don't want any of them off.
You don't want to. Yeah, I mean, you have 7 guys, you know, in double digits in terms of points. It's kind of the pick of the litter. You know, who do you want to score this time?
Carpenter gives it to Mollot. Mollot from the corner. Now we just sit back and enjoy. Mollot gives it right back to Moss. Moss, yes 4-0.
Come on now. What a take.
Those two guys have known each other for a long time, and they are extremely comfortable knowing what they want to do in every circumstance.
I mean, what do you do defensively to stop that? I mean, they're bringing the short stick to you. You either have the throwback or you don't get this, or you switch, and they have Mollot on a short stick, and then you do the same exact. You know, it's a head scratcher, but I like that's their problem, not ours.
It feels like a damned if you do, damned if you don't type of situation. First of the game for the leading goal scorer for the Cavaliers this season. Moss is 40th on the year, 3rd point on the night from Mollot. And Cooper Johnson comes up with that one. Maybe a little too lackadaisical on that drop off to Jones, but
maintain possession.
That's the point. That's the part that matters.
Yeah, I mean, for me tonight, if they can manage the turnover situation, win that battle. Last time they played, kept it a single digit, 7 turnovers in that game. You take care of the ball offensively and in the clear, and then you win faceoffs, you're going to be okay.
Schwab denied by Fuller. Fuller, just a sophomore, stepped into the starting role for the Saints. He's had a very nice year. Mollot trying to go into the bag. Mollot puts it in front.
Gosh,
wow, what a save. Carpenter denied. Fuller going down to get it.
I think he had a little more time than he thought right there. Caught it and just tried to jam it in the back of the net, not knowing he's a lefty.
1 second to go, and that one's just forced downfield because the clock was about to expire.
Calling with a hold.
Yeah, you can sort of see Reinecker kind of extending the stick there. And I don't know that it was necessary. Patrick Clune trying to make a move to the front. St. Mary's still looking for their first goal of the night. The crazy part is I don't know how poorly they've played. It's a 4-0 game.
I think they're losing the 50-50 ground balls, and when Spalding's put it on the ground like that, they're getting up and going. And then I think I agree, they're being patient, right? I mean, the ball's been down there. They're taking shot clock
They
off.
haven't gotten a lot of quality looks, I think, is the difference so far.
There's a stick or a slide in their face every single time they think they're open.
Overend trying to dodge free against the shorty Blair. Gets a shot, but right into the legs of Golubowski. Blair picks it up. 1.5 to play in the quarter. Great job to elude by Jones. Jones thought about it, thought better of it.
Smart play.
There is about a 10-second, maybe 13-second difference here. So you can't let the quarter end on your terms. But you can take your time. Gutierrez brings it to the near side, and Carpenter into the final minute of this first quarter. Cavaliers in front 4-0, A Conference quarterfinal. Who's playing in Annapolis on Tuesday night? Mollot drifts to the corner. Some players wouldn't want to be in a corner because you've got two sidelines that can be your enemy in that spot, but Brady Mollot isn't every player.
He's not, and what we've seen tonight, he's pulling his defender top left, back right, kind of using that space in the field to his advantage right there.
Carpenter for a moving screen. I thought he was set.
I'll tell you what, St. Mary's just running through those picks, so if I'm setting that pick, I might be a little hesitant to plant my feet knowing that a freight train's coming through.
Gale trying the other side of the field. Oh, that's a really good snag.
Big hit.
Dangerous pass. Moss. That's a really good pass.
Over, yeah.
Down to 10 seconds left. Is Gallant aware of that? Now finally seems like he's made aware of it. Gallant dodges free, shoots, but it's wide. And that'll be how the first quarter will come to a close. Now a flag did come out behind the play. I'm not sure. I didn't see anything on the hit.
It was a high hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the only bad news.
Yeah, and he looked a little shaken up as well.
The good news for the Cavaliers is they're in front 4-0 at the end of one. The bad news is they're about to be man down for the first time tonight. I'm Glenn Clark. He's Andrew Scally. It's great to be about how last year ended, but we also know that for the guys that were on that team, they're very aware of it. They're not the favorites going in this time, but the way that they've been playing, the confidence they've been building, a dominant win over Loyola last Friday, do they look like a team that's capable of making a championship run?
100%. I mean, I like a team that's seen adversity throughout the season. I mean, you look at the Ravens. They, some seasons they play fantastic, right? Mm-hmm. They get that first round bye, they get a little soft, and then they get bit, at home in the playoff game. They should win. So I'm okay with them getting the extra.
It's really interesting that was the reference that you made. It felt, I don't know, almost gratuitous.
But either way, I like the way they've been playing. They've again learned how to win in some tough games, and I think they're hungry. To your point, they've seen some of these guys lose heartbreakers, and now their numbers being called. And so I think they've learned from that, and they're ready to rock and roll. And what I've seen all season is there's no quit in this team. So regardless of what happens, first quarter, second quarter, they're playing whistle to whistle, and that's what it's going to take to advance in these playoffs.
Winner of this one will face McDonough, the 2 seed, on Tuesday night in the semifinals at Navy. Calvert Hall, the top seed. They await the winner between Loyola and Severn. So Moss will serve the penalty. And so for the first time tonight, St. Mary's will be man up to start quarter number 2. And we'll try that again. Only conference losses that Spalding suffered this year were to those top 2 seeds, Calvert Hall and McDonough. And again, the McDonough lost the only one in their last 8 games. They've played close games. They've beaten good teams by lopsided margins. They're a team that has really come together. Now getting high-level face-off and goalie play down the stretch on top of everything else. Pieces coming together. Patient approach from St. Mary's to begin the second quarter on the extra man. Completely missed. The Jackson Henry was wide open in front of the cage. Now Henry with the fake, has it checked out. Opportunity for the ground ball. Oh, what a move. Berger pushed to the other side. Now, it's not over and back because he touched it, but it doesn't reset the shot clock.
Yep. Penalties running as well. I mean, that's
all the way down to 15. Ridgeway pushes it ahead. I'm not sure if St. Mary's is aware of the fact that there's only 6 on the shot clock or if they believe that it reset. Tough angle. Golubowski, good save. He denies Gale. Blair picks up the ground ball. Cavaliers kill off the penalty.
It's like a hockey man-down play there. Just send it. Clear the zone.
Oh, that's not smart. Very fortunate as Jones kind of gave up on that, thinking that Golubowski was going to come get to it. Fortunate that Brimhall didn't get to it first.
But good composure, got the ball up and
recovered well.
Recovered, yeah. I mean, he had 5 seconds to make a decision, and he made the right one.
First possession of the second quarter for Spalding, leading 4-0. Moss drifting towards goal line extended. Moss dodging to his right. Moves it to the middle, but a little bit behind Evans.
Another fortunate bounce.
Yeah, Schwab there waiting for it. Now Mollot's got his defender hung up. Oftentimes, he just goes ahead and dodges himself in this spot anyway. Mollot does exactly that. Nowhere to go. Moves it right back. The dunk was there. Evans saying that should be a goal.
Yep.
It is.
Good find.
Second of the game for Colby Evans. 5-0 Cavaliers.
I mean, there's no way you react like that. He's too close to it for not to be a goal.
He was very confident. Let's watch again.
Yep.
Put it right off that turf. 5-0 Cavaliers. Second of the game. Third point for Evans. Fourth point of the night for Brady Mollot. That's the other difference maker for the Cavaliers in the postseason. They have Brady Mollot. Other teams do not.
Yeah, I mean, Mollot and Moss, 44% of the offense run through him. It's unbelievable. So every time he touches the ball, something good is going to happen.
Cavaliers will clear this backwards. And right now, if you're St. Mary's, you got to be thinking to yourself, boy, we better get on the board soon, or this one could be over before it ever starts. Dangerous pass, and La Rochelle throws it over his intended target of Blake Morris. Cavaliers turn it over.
I think that's one area we need to clean up so far in this game is the clearing game.
What you just said, it's almost crazy to me. They're up 5-0, and yet there have been more than a couple of kind of silly mistakes that have been made. Obviously, we just saw the thing with Braylon Jones down here. Just a weird game in which they're winning big, and yet there's still a lot of things they need to clean up.
And that was the first one that the lucky bounce didn't go their way. Right, so if those 50-50 bounces start going to St. Mary's way, I mean, they can right back in this game, as you saw, back in April. This team's not going to quit. There's a lot of lacrosse left, so definitely need Spalding to kind of clean it up.
Brimhall loads up, not on target, but has backup. Lots of time. Brimhall, team high 100 shot attempts on the season, coming in tonight for the Saints. Oh, unexpected shot, blocked, bouncing around, and easily handled by Golubowski.
That's a great save. Stayed low on it.
Blair had the right idea, a little bit too far out in front, but going back to that theme of sometimes it works out. Ball bounces their way as Schwab's waiting for it. Second midfield, again out there, Craddock, Morris, and now here comes Leo Reinecker. Ends up back in Morris's stick. Morris, a sophomore, whose role on this team has grown as the season has gone on. Mollot thought about knifing all the way through in front. He's got a pole on him.
You know, it's just kind of dawning on me, saying, okay, have Mollot pull a defender to an area he's not used to defending in. Mollot's not used to dodging from up there either, right?
That's fair, too.
So the looks that he's used to seeing from behind the cage aren't necessarily there. Granted, he's a playmaker. He sees the field very well from anywhere on the field. But, you know, if they like that matchup in space, I'd like to see him kind of pull back in those corners behind the cage and let him, you know, initiate from there where he's comfortable.
Morris' skip shot was wide. Reinecker down to 8 on the shot clock. Has it taken away. Liam Denny, the freshman, long pole. Fuller surveying, looking for help, someone to become available to him. Makes a dangerous pass. It's on the turf. Craddock's got it, but he's in trouble. And he had possession, so it did actually reset the clock. That ends up being a gift for St. Mary's. About to hit the midway point of this second quarter. Saints still looking for their inaugural goal of the contest. As bleak as things maybe look in the moment, they score here, maybe get another one or two before the half is over. You could find yourself in a 5-3, 6-3 type of game and feel like you're right in it at halftime.
Excuse me?
I mean,
well, there's a Spalding broadcast
I'm
here.
just saying,
you're speaking
if
that
hypothetically,
oh my gosh.
I'm not suggesting that's what's going to occur or that I want it to occur.
Maybe the reverse jinx. Maybe that was a reverse jinx.
Oh, great play to knock that down. Reinecker. Oh, realizing the contact was going to come. Hines gets rid of it in a hurry. Thinking about it. Berger, smartly. Back to the opposite side. Low-to-low shot, but easily handled as Braylon Jones is denied by Fuller.
Yeah, right there. I mean, Mollot in the right spot, pushing tempo. I like that. But you have a long pole and a D-midi as your trail guys. Right there, I'm pump faking. I'm pulling the ball out, and I'm maintaining possession. But I'm also in the booth.
That's
not
true.
on the field.
That's a good
I
point.
can't do anything about it.
J.D. Barry able to go up and get that pass along the sideline to complete the clear for St. Mary's.
I mean, the thing is, it seems like St. Mary's has definitely settled in offensively. They've gotten to 6v6 sets. But I just think Spalding, you know, from an athlete standpoint and a lacrosse IQ standpoint, I think St. Mary's outweighed here. I think that even if they have possession, the hope is that they can at least take time off the clock so that Spalding can't go down and score. So I don't think they can find any matchups.
The Spalding defense has made, even the saves that Golubowski has had to make, have largely been routine. He has not faced a lot of wide open, really tough shots.
I think Spalding's in the zone here.
Now to 12 on the shot clock to the near side. Brimhall. Skip pass. And there's a nice save. Just as I say it, Overend denied a high-level save for Golubowski, protecting that opposite pipe. And the Saints will take a timeout and talk about the Cavaliers will take a timeout and talk about it here with 4:31 to play in the first half.
Golubowski, a little fist pump after that one.
Well, he deserves it.
He's seen it well.
Let's look at this again. Overend one-on-one. Obviously not a ton of angle, but Golubowski does very well to protect that pipe. How about what Braden Golubowski has brought since settling in as the starter for this team?
I mean, it's been unbelievable. I think early in the season, when you're in a battle, I think it just helps everybody. The rising tide lifts all boats, and I think they've both kind of benefited from that. But he's come on strong, and you need all facets from end line to end line to be firing all cylinders for you to again advance far. So hopefully the best is in front of him still.
Transferred in from Broadneck, part of the National Honor Society. Braden Golubowski getting the job done for the Cavaliers. 4:31 remaining in the first half. Spalding in front, 5-0. I'm Glenn Clark. He's Andrew Scally. Sean Hatley went out for cigarettes last May. I'm sure he'll be back anytime now.
He'll sound a little different. A little raspier.
Quite a bit.
He'll smell a little better.
I mean, sometimes it just takes a while. That's the way it worked for Dad. I don't know.
Sean, if you're listening, we love you. We miss you.
Badly. You had to put up with Andrew. I'm sorry. I mean,
different Andrew?
Out of the timeout. Saints ball. Patrick Clune, the sophomore from Edgewater. He's got Reinecker on him. New 60 to work with. One timeout remaining. Let me correct myself again.
Defense.
It was a St. Mary's timeout. They're able to hold on to it. Nova and falling down sends the shot wide.
Got the timeout.
Wow.
That's a great call.
Wow. That was about to be Spalding ball because there was no backup there, and you certainly understand why Overend was choosing to shoot because he was falling down in that spot. But a great timeout taken by Will Dalton. But the bad news is that means they're now out of timeouts with 4:09 to play. So if they're in trouble, they cannot be bailed out by calling a timeout. So what's maybe gone wrong? Why haven't the looks maybe been better for St. Mary's? Is it just about what Spalding's doing defensively?
Yeah, I think it's less about what St. Mary's is doing and more about Spalding, to your exact point. I think that Spalding, whatever pregame speech they got offensively and defensively, it worked. They came out of the gates hot and they applied the pressure. And I think St. Mary's got punched in the mouth and they haven't been able to respond yet. I think they've got their wind back a little bit and they've settled in slightly. But as I mentioned, I think offensively and defensively they're outmanned and we'll see what happens the rest of the game. But I think they're kind of holding on just to get out of the round. They're deep in this fight and maybe hit reset at halftime. But I think their mentality is still there's no 5-point goal. Right, so let's just stick with it, and at some point something's going to give. And Spalding can't stay hot forever. On the flip side, I mean, Spalding kind of came out of the gates hot, and they've kind of settled in. So I think both teams are kind of finding their own right now, and it's been a dogfight. We talked about it before. It's a rivalry game. It's the playoffs. So there's a lot on the line and a lot of excitement. And at some point that stuff's got to come down. Adrenaline's got to kind of reset.
Overend sends it back behind. Down to 30 on the shot clock. Up top, Brimhall. Swings it back the opposite side, and Ushaw. Saints keep it moving. There's Connor Gale, their leading scorer. Can he be the one to lift them up? He fires it up top to Brimhall. Brimhall, tough shot, not on target. Stays down here. It was close. Saw Carson Blair trying to get to that end line. 11 seconds.
Yeah, nothing cheap here. Solid defense.
Overend gets top side and gets him on the board.
Good strong take.
First of the game, 26th of the season for the Annapolis native, senior midfielder Chase Overend, committed to play collegiately at the University of Tampa. Just sneaking that past.
I think just a little indecision on the two-man game there. I thought he was going to get through and started to make that move underneath the pick.
I don't want to say this is dangerous because it's still a 5-1 game, but the scenario that we just talked about is in play. And I think for Spalding, it's important. At some point tonight, you were probably going to give up a goal. That was almost certainly going to happen. It's very rare that you have a playoff game where a team gets shut out. Now, how do you respond to that?
Glenn, I actually Men in Black myself. I have no idea what scenario you're actually talking about.
It's the one where I said that oh, no? You don't want to talk about
don't.
it? Okay, all right. Well,
it's one and done.
It's exactly what Spalding's going to try to make it here as Will Hoyle goes back out there, and a nice face-off win for Johnson. Don't let a goal turn into a run.
I think Spalding's been patient, so if they can kind of stick with the game plan, get the ball in their best player's stick, and let him kind of stir the drink a little bit.
Zach Gutierrez. See, after doing a lot of defending on the other side, Cavaliers not going to force anything early in the shot clock down here. Mollot, however, he can make a move. He can get himself free. Loses his defender, feeds it up top. Step down look, not on target, but a good look nonetheless for Schwab.
Plenty of time on the shot clock here.
Mollot on the screen from Schwab. Sends to the top, and Gutierrez ends up back behind. And you don't see Schwab at X all that often. Gutierrez to Mollot. To the opposite side, Carpenter. Carpenter off the pipe.
Reset.
Bounces all the way back out to Schwab. He settles. New 60. A lot of heat on that shot. Gutierrez. Now back to Carpenter. So a couple different players working from X in this possession. Carpenter fires it up top to Mollot. And he wants to make a move.
I think they're going to get a call on one of those picks. I mean, the defenders are running straight through.
Schwab ends up open and makes them pay. Both defenders left Schwab because he was on the turf. And so he hopped right back up and right back into the play. There's no way they drew it up like that, right?
Not at all.
There's no way. In my mind, it would be really cool if they did. 6-1. Cavaliers stretch the lead back out to 5.
I mean, is there an easier assist?
Right.
Turn and lob this one back and turn and rate, goalie.
Brady Mollot's been involved in 5 of the 6 goals scored so far by the Cavaliers. The only one he wasn't involved in was the one that was scored, yes, in transition by a short stick D midi. 20-second difference.
Settle.
It's actually a 30-second difference, not a 20-second difference. I do math. Mollot to the opposite side. Blair!
Sure.
Oh, it's the Blair Goal Project. Mollot to Blair, 7-1 Spalding.
That one hurts.
Second of the night.
Takes the wind out of the sails.
For Carson Blair. They said we can play off him a little bit, forgetting that Carson Blair is very comfortable. Now 4 goals on the season. We talked about it earlier this year. Carson Blair might also be a psychopath. And we say that in a good way, but we learned that he can sleep with his eyes open.
He can sleep however he wants to sleep, keep bringing that high.
That's a great point.
I mean, off stick high, that's beautiful.
We asked him for a fun fact about himself. He said, I play lacrosse. Just maybe a little psycho in there.
Got nothing.
Yeah, maybe a little psycho in there. But it works out really well.
I feel like we shortchanged a lot of people this year with the fun facts. Maybe we just blow through. I mean,
you want to knock them all out tonight?
I mean, we have 3 more games, right?
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
But you and I, unfortunately, aren't going to be doing those games.
Just load them up. Empty the tank.
Zach Gutierrez wants us to know that he's a Commanders, Golden State Warrior, and SpongeBob fan. I'm not sure what order those are his priorities.
Hit all the professional leagues.
Correct. Exactly right. Zach Gutierrez's favorite lacrosse player is Brennan O'Neill, who I hear is good. And the timeout taken as Carpenter was in a little bit of trouble behind the cage.
I thought for a second they were going to get a ward there. Not looking down the sidelines, and Coach Hockle calling the timeout. It was a funky, didn't know what was going on down there.
39 seconds remaining on the clock, 35 on the shot clock. So there is a 4-second difference between the two, and still 1 timeout remaining for Spalding here in this final minute of the first half. Gavin Carpenter can also play guitar, and he likes to go skimboarding in the summer. Also a football and volleyball player, Gavin Carpenter.
Wow. Renaissance man.
You want more? You want more?
Pace yourself, but, this is fun. This is
more? Obviously, the Cavaliers have been without a couple of guys as the season has gone on. Chris George and Sawyer Grant, who are part of senior night festivities. Both injured, both a big part of this program. Grant headed to play at Navy. He owns 2 cats, and his nickname is Beast.
What beast wouldn't have 2 cats?
That's a great point. That's how you prove you are a beast. And then for Chris George, was a senior from Annapolis, headed to play at Jacksonville. He's played lacrosse since he was 5 years old, but he also is a heck of a swimmer. He holds a 25-meter butterfly record for the age group of 8 and under.
And that's a very, very competitive age for the butterfly.
I would say arguably the toughest one to win. Also has been to the top of the Eiffel Tower, Chris George. What, like that's impressive? I've done it too. Would you climb? Yeah, right? I took the elevator the same way.
Oh, you bought the ticket, you got in line, you did the thing. Okay.
I know those guys mean a lot to their teammates. Teammates have been wearing stickers, number 1 and number 27 on them on their helmets this season to recognize Sawyer Grant and Chris George. Cavaliers going to operate down here in the final 20 seconds of the half. Mollot pulls up at X, 10 seconds on the shot clock. He gives it up. Top side, Schwab not on target, and it's down to 3 on the shot clock. 7 on the game clock, so presumably Mollot is going to toss that. Nope, he just drops it into the corner. 3 seconds left, and we'll get to see a wind-up and delivery here from Connor McAndrew. He got it in the area. Not bad. That's how the first half comes to a close. Impressive half from the Cavaliers. They lead 7-1 at the break. You're watching Archbishop Spalding Lacrosse.
Become what you believe. Matthew 9:29. Another sunrise at Spalding. Another student thinking about their future. Another athlete making a crowd cheer. Another artist finding their voice. Dreamers having their first dream. Another sunrise for you. You who choose boldness, faith, and selflessness. Finding your community and forging your future. Making the choices that will carry you as you decide who you will become. The star of the show. A world changer. A leader. Become you, whoever you choose to be.
There's a certain type of warm, welcoming environment. That's not only what I felt as a student, but as a Spalding alumni.
That is what the community feels like. Feels like home.
When I first went here in 1966, there was a home ec lab, and now there is a robotics lab.
It's obviously changed so much, but it's still the same.
I carry with me the confidence that was built right here at Spalding.
I look at the people that have graduated from Spalding, and they're well-rounded, just strong-willed people, and they want to change the world in their chosen professions. I can see through my children, and I'm now hoping my grandchildren's eyes. We're all part of something special.
A legacy.
When I was looking for a school, I was looking for a place that would take me seriously.
Somewhere that felt alive.
Spalding taught me to be a part of something bigger than myself.
I'm very excited about my future. I've been inspired. I've been pushed. I was allowed to find my voice and thrive.
When I think back to my time here, I felt prepared for life. The education, the experience.
If I had to do it all over again,
I would not change a thing.
And I want that same feeling for my kids.
Become what you believe. Matthew 9:29. Another sunrise at Spalding. Another student thinking about their future. Another athlete making a crowd cheer. Another artist finding their voice. Dreamers having their first dream. Another sunrise for you. You who choose boldness, faith, and selflessness. Finding your community and forging your future. Making the choices that will carry you as you decide who you will become. The star of the show. A world changer. A leader. Become you, whoever you choose to be.
there's a certain type of warm, welcoming environment. That's not only what I felt as a student, but as a Spalding alumni.
That is what the community feels like. Feels like home.
When I first went here in 1966, there was a home ec lab, and now there is a robotics lab.
It's obviously changed so much, but it's still the same.
I carry with me the confidence that was built right here at Spalding.
Look at the people that have graduated from Spalding, and they're well-rounded, just strong-willed people, and they want to change the world in their chosen professions. I can see through my children, and I'm now hoping my grandchildren's eyes. All part of something special.
A legacy.
When I was looking for a school, I was looking for a place that would take me seriously.
Somewhere that felt alive. Spalding taught me to be a part of something bigger than myself.
I'm very excited about my future. I've been inspired. I've been pushed. I was allowed to find my voice and thrive.
When I think back to my time here, I felt prepared for life. The education, the experience.
If I had to do it all over again,
I would not change a thing.
And I want that same feeling for my kids.
(7-1) Cavaliers in front of St. Mary's. That's how they got things started. Carson Blair with the interception, taking it to the house, getting Spalding on the board, and they have not looked back. 7-1 lead as we begin at quarter number 3 here at Whittles Field, this MIAA A Conference quarterfinal. Spalding will have it to start the second half. Glenn Clark, Andrew Scally with you. Andrew, what impressed you most in the first half from Archbishop Spalding, and what could they still do a little bit better to make sure they get this one across the finish line?
Well, like I said earlier, I think they're – I mean,
yeah,
give me a second.
Anything.
Give me a second here, please.
Brody Moss says, how about you don't say a word and instead just say it's 8-1.
Well, that's what I was going to say is they started that first whistle and they took it to St. Mary's early, and I think kind of had St. Mary's on their heels. That's what they did well. There was a little lull in the middle of that second quarter where I think they kind of took their eye off the ball and things got a little sloppy in the clearing game. But they persevered, and St. Mary's still couldn't get anything going. So I think it's just persistence and consistency. So starting out the second half the same exact way, hopefully they can mimic the first half and continue to roll here.
Fuller actually got a piece of that, but not enough to stop it. Bradley Strong out there for St. Mary's came into tonight 42.7% on the season. 8-1 Cavaliers. Just 20 seconds into this third quarter. Started both halves very quickly, and Johnson wins that one cleanly, gets it ahead. The other quarterfinal has gone final 18-11. Loyola beats Severn. So only one more piece of the puzzle for Tuesday night set to be filled. We know it'll be Loyola and Calvert Hall, which was a one-goal game in the regular season finale. And the winner of this one gets McDonough in the second semifinal. That one's deflected, but Schwab will track it down. Adam Schwab is a huge Ravens fan. I don't know if you heard, Andrew. He's a big Ravens fan.
That's creative. I like it.
What a move by Mollot. Oh, but what a save by Fuller. Holy smokes.
I don't know how Mollot didn't go in the crease there.
It's actually remarkable. Adam Schwab also has a dog named Duke. Played freshman and sophomore football. And his mother, Tiffany, went to Spalding. Nice play, Vinny Berger.
Big ground ball here.
Rochelle was battling for it, but it's going to bounce all the way out where it's be picked up by Will Hoyt. And the Saints will have it. Connor Gale. Mentioned he's been the leader in just about everything offensively for the Saints this season. Can he get him going? Wow. Connor Gale just bullies his way in front on the board for the first time. Cuts it to 8-2 with 10:02 remaining in the third. What else?
No help defense there.
What else can you ask of any Berger to do in that spot? To your point, somebody's got to be sliding over. Connor Gale's team high 33rd goal and 51st point of the year. You know, St. Mary's the only team that beat Calvert Hall in the regular season.
I mean, they can play. And then back in April, the game was pretty close for the majority of the game, and Spalding kind of just grinding, wore them down and pulled away a little bit at the end. But there's players. I mean, attack-wise, midfield-wise, they share the ball well, and they're patient. I think that's the biggest thing. Even with this Spalding defense that is firing around the field and putting pressure in their face, they handle it fairly well and stay in game. So this game's far from over. Hopefully Spalding kind of sink in defensively and make that one of few in the second half here.
Back on April 21st, St. Mary's went to Calvert Hall, won 8-7 in overtime, and it was Connor Gale as he was falling down, scoring the game winner in overtime for the Saints. Works up. J.D. Barry. Carson Blair gives him a shove. That's off the stick of Gale, and will go back the way of Spalding. Right now, St. Mary's can't afford unforced errors. Trying to dig out of what has been as large as a 7-goal deficit. Can't be throwing the ball away. Wow, that's a great snag over on the opposite sideline as Carson Blair's
tightrope.
Big day continues.
Got to imagine that the halftime huddle for Coach Hockel involved a lot of riding and clearing conversation, mostly on the clearing side. Got a little sloppy there in the first half. Right there, they set up beautifully, handled the pressure, found the open man, and got it over timely.
Of course, Evan Hockel will tell you that's what he does. That's his thing, riding and clearing. That's what he's in charge of for this team, as well as, the whole team.
Everything else.
Gavin Carpenter over towards the corner, down to 30 on the shot clock. Carpenter being defended by Scally. Carpenter makes a couple of moves, feeds it to the middle, and there's Gutierrez. First of the night for Gutierrez. First point for Carpenter. 9-2 Cavaliers.
I've seen Mollot do this. This looks easy.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
I'll put my guy out to the corner, dust him, and find the open man. You say guarded by Scally, by the way?
Did I say that?
I think you did.
I don't believe that.
And I thought,
It is Dom Scally. I said that correctly.
Spelling?
No, it doesn't spell the same way. Not the same way.
Spelled the wrong way.
S-C-A-L-I. You better talk to him about that.
He's Italian.
See here from Crofton. Cooper Johnson back out there working against Strong. And the ground ball was there on the second try. It will belong to Chernesky.
Patience. Just run the space.
Chernesky, the senior, going to go play at the Merchant Marine Academy. He went skydiving in Ocean City last summer, but he's not just a summer sport kind of dude. He's a really good skier as well. And he's also working on his private pilot license. Overachiever.
All extreme sports.
Lacrosse is the easy one. It's like, you mean I'm going to get hit by sticks going through traffic? Okay.
It's on the ground. Boring.
All right. Ticking towards the midway point of the third quarter. Most of Brady Mollot's facts are all just sort of about lacrosse. That's just sort of what he does.
It's Drago.
Yeah, right. I must break you. Everyone played lacrosse. My mom played lacrosse. My dad played lacrosse.
I don't see how they're calling that a moving pick. That's a flag,
I tend to agree with you. He went right through Craddock. I thought that he was set.
I mean, unless it was a flop, they're getting him on the flop call. LeBron James style.
I don't know. Shaw. Oh, nice
Sweeping
save.
Beautiful.
Golubowski going low to get that.
I don't like it.
Golubowski, by the way, has 2 dogs and likes to cook. And yet he's never offered to cook anything for us. Just seems selfish. Brimhall, good find. The BT beer. That's a fun one. Chase over and from James Brimhall. And a little bit of life from the Saints here in the third quarter.
Well, see, Spalding's got the lead here. They can't keep, they got to keep their foot on the gas pedal. They turn the ball over. St. Mary's goes down. They make a stop. Fail clear, turns into a goal like that. Stick to the game plan. You don't need to make the home run play. Don't make the hero play. Stick with what's working. Clear the ball. Go 6v6 and put the ball in the back of the net. I'm overreacting, right?
It's a 9-3 game, obviously, but I get it. Right, you want to carry this momentum into Tuesday night.
I want to carry to the next possession. I mean, let's get out of this game, doing the right things. They've proven to work, so let's stick to the game plan, and the results take care of themselves.
Over in second of the game, cuts it to 9-3. Cooper Johnson. Cooper Johnson, who was born in Fairhope, Alabama, is the youngest of 3 siblings and owns a dachshund.
I've never thought of having pets. I own my pet. It's an interesting. Am I in the minority there? It feels a little. I have a dog.
I think it's awkward when you're a kid because are you the owner? Are your parents the owners?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you do own. I mean, someone owns the dog.
Yes.
Someone takes responsibility, but to own.
But like my wife and I own a dog. I think my kids have a dog. Does that make sense? Knifing his way through. Moss can't get it on target. We're going to get to the bottom of this. This is probably the most important thing that we're dealing with. In the chat, go ahead and tell us how you feel about the subject. Mollot. Gets free in front. Mollot didn't even have a lot of pace on it. It doesn't matter. Just gently pushes that into the cage for his second of the game and his 7th point. It's a touchdown game again at 10-3.
Put him in the spin cycle, and then muscle him. You just run through a check and buries it.
He's played lacrosse since he was 4 years old. He's going to be playing at a very high level as he heads to play at the University of Maryland. A legacy. Trying to get a championship before he departs. 10-3 Cavaliers. Now 7 points on the night for Mollot. And the more he adds that total, that he still has a chance of getting to 100. He's now at 86 on the season. As you pointed out, the plan is to be playing 2 more games. It's not impossible.
But I guarantee if you ask him, he's not even thinking about it.
No.
No, these guys have been in some tight ones. He wants to score the last one of the season.
Correct.
And right now he's playing like it.
Carpenter had 2 blue shirts all over him. Couldn't find any help. La Rochelle trying to get it right back. Getting his hands free. Golubowski, however, denies Brimhall.
Spalding's defense is doing exactly what they want to do here. They're frustrating St. Mary's to the point where it's a one dodge, one shot type offense, and anytime that happens.
Reinecker turns it over, however, and right in front, Overend. Good fake in the finish. Hat trick for Chase Overend. Cuts it to 10-4 with 4:40 remaining. And I didn't see that. Apparently it was after the goal. Let's watch it one more time. Yeah, it was a late hit. There's no doubt about it. La Rochelle guilty of the late hit. Overend able to get back up. He appears to be okay. But the ball was definitely out of his stick. There's no doubt about it.
So no face-off coming here.
Yep, going to be the second man-up opportunity of the night for St. Mary's. They were not successful on their first. Good to see Jacob Newman here tonight. Playing now down at Mercer. Part of the regular season, and a big part of the regular season conference championship team a year ago. Former Spalding goalie. Supporting the Cavaliers here in the postseason. And boy, yeah, they're going a 2-minute variety of an unnecessary roughness. So this becomes a big moment. Oh, apparently it's releasable. Okay, that's noteworthy. Say an unreleasable penalty could turn into...
Especially with 2 minutes.
Yep, a scenario where St. Mary's could easily get back into this game. But still, man down unit's got to step up here. not let the Saints carry over any momentum. Brimhall gets it back up top, trying to draw the slide. Heads back behind to X and Gale. Gale out to Clune. Up top again, Brimhall. Now thinking about it. Dion not going to do it. And the shot not on target from Brimhall.
I'll give that up. I mean, 15 yards, goalie staring it down the whole way.
You'll live with it.
I'm good with that.
Brimhall's going to try it again. Low.
Again.
Golubowski's got it. Gets it out quickly, but airmailed it. Very
Moss
happy
is
that
there.
Moss was
Beautiful.
there to help him out. Now, there's still a lot of time on the penalty. They can't kill all of it, but you can kill a lot of it if you can play keep away here. And if you're St. Mary's, I would think, given the situation that you're in and how much time is on the penalty, you got to choose to be aggressive, right?
I would think so. They're not doing it. They're kind of sticking back, looking for their matchups and getting the right personnel out there.
And if you're Spalding, you're going to be content. Hold on to the ball. There's 50 seconds on the penalty. There's about 9 seconds difference between the shot clock and the penalty. So you can get rid of most of it. Blair still out there. Spalding's not really in their offense. They're playing keep away. And now finally, we'll see that second defender come over towards Mollot. But Mollot likes to run.
And he's constant with the ball in his stick. I mean, he's veering guys through.
Oh, dangerous pass, however. He was looking for Schwab.
It's okay. I mean, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. They're probably looking to dump the ball anyways, you know, once he got past that double team. So that's a great, take that much time off the penalty in the game clock. I'm okay with that.
Down to 10 on the penalty. To the middle. Good grab from Gardner. Pushes it ahead. But there is no reason for them to force right now, and the Cavaliers will kill off a 2-minute penalty. And it started with a big save from Golubowski. 2.5 to play in the third quarter. 10-4 Spalding. Brimhall to Mushaw, now to the near side and Overend, who's been the hot hand with the hat trick. Sends it back behind to Gale. Gale trying to get top side, makes a nice move and scores. Gets around Reinecker. Second of the game for Connor Gale. And some life from the Saints as it's 10-5.
Yeah, right there, Spalding dropped into his zone. Got pulled away. Got high enough, got the inside roll. No one there.
So a little bit of momentum. The St. Mary's supporters that have come out to the game. Of course, making the very short trip. Trying to get their group fired up. First signs of life.
There we go.
Face-off violation called on Wilhoit. 4 goals here in this third quarter from St. Mary's. Little bit of momentum. How do the Cavaliers respond? They've had a couple of 7-goal leads today. See Brody Moss, who's got a pair of goals. He's played lacrosse since he was 6. And we'll find that, but will not be able to score it. Fuller.
And how'd the ball get in?
I don't know. I just don't know.
He found his stick off a one-hop or something.
Yeah.
It was quick. Right there, Brody, I think a little surprised that feed came his way. I don't know how.
Gutierrez shot across the mouth of goal. It will stay down here. Brody Moss had a hat trick on Tuesday in the regular season finale against Mount St. Joe. He's a lefty in one-handed sports and a righty in two-handed sports. We've talked about that before. I still don't know which ones he counts.
As the one-handed sports?
Mollot gives it up to Schwab. Schwab, looking for the cutter. It was Moss. Couldn't connect. Tracked down by Evans. Tough angle, but that's no problem for Adam Schwab.
Sideline with the mosh pit celebration. Love it. Love to see it.
They're fired up. Gutierrez with the assist, his second point of the night. Schwab's second goal. And just as there's a little bit of momentum for St. Mary's, Schwab goes 5-hole to make it 11-5.
I mean, the goal was all over. You just beat him with speed right there. That was unbelievable.
Final minute of this third quarter. Johnson and Strong. Johnson's got it. Opportunity here to have this quarter end on your terms. Saw Braylon Jones in there helping out. Braylon Jones is a Clemson football fan, also plays football, one of the 6 sports that he has played in organized fashion in his life.
How many one-handed versus two-handed?
You know what? I got it. We got to get to the bottom of that. We have to get to the bottom of that at some point. Just in time for our next year. Down under 20. I have a question.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay.
When would
go,
you...
Go, 12. Is that 12? Time to go.
Gavin Carpenter not going anywhere to Mollot. Down to 6 seconds. He's got to go in a hurry. Mollot can do that. Oh, was looking for the middle. He was trying to find Gutierrez, not on target. But after 3, Archbishop Spalding in front, 11-5, 1 quarter to go for a trip to the semifinals for a third straight year. A little bit of life from St. Mary's in that third quarter. You knew that they weren't just going to roll over and let the season end like that. But a good response from Archbishop Spalding when they were pushed a little bit there in the third, Andrew.
Yeah, for sure. I think you continue to make saves and get the ball to the offense. And the offense, I'm watching Mollot come off the field right now. I mean, he's been all over this field, sprinting the end line, sprinting the midfield line. These guys are tired. I mean, they took a run from St. Mary's there a little bit in the third quarter. They got punched in the mouth. They're trying to kill clock. 2-minute penalty, trying to kill that. So I'm worried about the legs here in the fourth quarter. I think that Spalding's clearly outplayed St. Mary's so far at this point. But if they can continue to take care of the ball and most importantly continue to dominate the face-off X, I think they'll be okay.
2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points tonight for Brady Mollot, who was second team All-Met last year. I got a funny feeling that number is going to say 1 this year. And almost certainly will be a 2-time All-Conference performer. 1 quarter to go, and a date with McDonough Tuesday in that second semifinal at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium in Annapolis. Cavaliers looking to make it 3 straight years in the semifinals. Just again, a statement about where this program has been into the A Conference and now a steady presence in the final games of the season in the A Conference. Still looking for that first title.
Sure. Yeah, I think that Spalding has been on a multi-year reset of their standard. This is now the standard. The semifinals, the championship game, championship week, it's the standard. And I think, from Coach Hockel all the way down the depth chart, all his coaching staff, the administration, the fans, the families, everybody comes here expecting to, meet that standard. And if they go, fall short of it, then
and of course, Brian Phipps before him, and it gives me the opportunity to remind everybody, he's insane. Not very committed to retirement, Brian Phipps. It's Cooper Johnson.
I thought you were going to say he sleeps with his eyes open, too.
Yeah, he might. Oh, good job by Mollot to keep that on. Brian Phipps, who was retired, then decided to play in the championship series, and then had so much fun that he said,
I'll do it again.
All right, I'll play a little bit more. And so he's going to begin the season as the reserve goalie for the Maryland Whipsnakes. Mollot lining that one up. Not on target. I was told he's only committed to playing for the first few weeks of the season. He's not committing to the full summer.
We'll see how that plays out.
Mollot. Screen from Schwab. Mollot wants to go right back to him. Schwab, oh, what a fake. Oh, come on.
I mean, why do you have to do him like that?
That's so good. And for Adam Schwab, this game is his recital. He thinks it's very vital to rock a rhyme. That's right on time. Hat Tricky is his title.
I mean, give Mollot the assist.
Does he still get the assist?
1,000%.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I give it to him.
He's trying to get to 100 points. Let's make sure we give him that assist.
But, I mean, what composure right there. Catch it, pump fake, dodge. I mean,
so good. It's just so good. That's so high level from Adam Schwab. Headed to play at the University of Tampa, where he'll be teammates with Henry Dion, Chase Overend from the St. Mary's roster. Carson Blair, knifes his way through 2 blue shirts. Oh, unassisted
Rude
call.
But again, I don't think Mollot cares. Ball's in the back of the net.
No, he cares about winning.
Back to that touchdown lead.
Balloons back to 12-5 here in the fourth quarter. Moss sends it behind to Mollot. Mollot with Denny on him, trying to lose him. Swings it out. Schwab didn't force anything. Down under 30 on the shot clock.
He said, I like that move. I'm going to try that one again.
Right. It was really cool. Now Carpenter.
Throwback.
Is that going to get all the way back?
I don't think so.
No. Oh, nice goose, but they weren't on the same page. Schwab was trying to find Gutierrez. It's bouncing around. And finally, it's going to be an over and back.
I don't know if St. Mary's helmet. I don't know if that's the. All right.
10 minutes to play. Saints get it back. They can't waste any possessions at this point. Any hope of getting back into the game, you got to score pretty much every time you touch the ball.
And then defensively, I think you're going to see a little bit more pressure here in the back half of this fourth quarter, and I'm thinking it might play into Spalding's hand.
Barry is working against Blair. Runs right into him and then throws it away. And I don't think that's on him. I think that's on Gale. That was there. Gale just didn't catch the ball.
Pretty uncharacteristic for Gale. That's twice tonight that the ball has kind of deflected off his stick and gone out of bounds in pretty crucial times. I think the one down here on the near side, cost them a possession that they desperately needed. And right there, same deal. When you're down 7, you got to take care of the ball. And for Spalding, we started the game talking about how do you win this game. It's single-digit turnovers and winning faceoff X, and they're doing both those things right now.
Aiden Reinecker was in a little bit of trouble at the near sideline. Did well to get out of it. Reinecker, senior from Annapolis, headed to play at Christopher Newport. Has a twin sister named Grace, and, of course, 2 other siblings at Spalding, including Leo. He's also a fan of the Commanders, and a big Jaden Daniels guy. Apparently he has 33 cousins. That's off the pipe. Moss had a shot at it but couldn't come up with it. Morris sets the screen, maybe inadvertently, that allows Schwab to pick up the ground ball.
I'll take it. Get the reset on the shot clock, 60 seconds now.
Clock ticking towards Tuesday night semifinal appearance. And another shot at McDonough. Morris gives it to Gutierrez. Gutierrez feeds it in front. Oh, how does Evans not finish that?
I don't think he needed a cradle. I think he cradled it, kind of paused for a second, threw off the timing.
Kobe Evans,
good find, though.
He's had a great night. 2 goals and an assist for the junior from Severna Park who loves to fish and wakeboard. Has a lawn business with his brother. Morris's shot is wide. And Evans also admits that he's not a little stitious. He's superstitious.
I love that they're still watching The Office.
We're superstitious up here in the booth. If If the game's not going well, we actually trade shirts. Haven't had to do it tonight. Evans has that one denied by Fuller. But you wouldn't even notice if we did because we literally wore the same shirt tonight.
I'm glad you got my email.
Fuller. Nice outlet. Connects with Baldock. 12-5, 7.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. Cavaliers scored the first 5 of this game, have not looked back. Have led comfortably throughout. Great dodge, however, and a good finish for Mushaw. Fourth of the season for the sophomore from Annapolis, makes it 12-6.
I mean, it was a sprint dodge, and he said, you know what, no celebration, let's sprint off the field.
There have been 6 goals for St. Mary's tonight. Only one of them has been assisted. Does that concern you going towards the semifinals and a potential championship game that they've been able to dodge free a few times this evening?
Yeah, especially given the fact that I think that, like I've said a couple of times, I think Spalding's got better athletes. So if they're getting blown by, it says something about the help defense. And there were a couple zone goals that they gave up, and we haven't seen a ton of that this year. So maybe that, working out some kinks now, knowing that they're going to have to implement it, against Calvert Hall in the next round or whoever they would play, from this point forward. But definitely, I mean, you got to figure out that slide package, especially around goal line extended. There's been 2 or 3 goals tonight alone where a guy's on an island behind the cage or at goal line extended. Offensive player makes a move, not even a great move, a move, beats a defender, and there's no one there to help. So there'll be stuff on film for them to, get better with. And, if there's a coaching staff to figure it out, it's the Spalding team. So
Clune not able to hold on. Cavaliers get it back. It's Trevor Brewer out there, junior long pole from Davidsonville, committed to the Coast Guard Academy, has played lacrosse since he was 3, can do a backflip, and can solve a Rubik's Cube in under a minute.
Yeah.
You believe it?
Yeah.
You actually want to see him do it?
Can we get him off the sideline for a second?
Reinecker gets it ahead. Wow, that is amazing in trouble. Also, Brewers related to one Connor Wilbur. He's been a nice contributor up at Loyola since his outstanding Archbishop Spalding career. Of course, he's hanging out with a buddy Sean Cottle up there.
Have you ever tried a Rubik's Cube?
Yeah, like when I was 12.
Successful?
No, I just gave up and said, this is not something that I need to accomplish in my life.
I think I was the guy that peeled the stickers off
Yeah.
when I got frustrated.
Yeah.
That's close enough. Like, why is this one peeling from the corners?
So what's this going to do for me? Other than I'm going to tell somebody, they're going to mention it on a lacrosse broadcast. Getting in front, Carpenter, saved by Fuller. Still looking for it.
Interference there. Wow, crease call.
Crease call, yep. St. Mary's will get it back with 5.5 remaining. I can juggle. I can do that.
That's good.
Well, I could anyway. It's been a long time. I guess
you have juggled.
Yeah, I have juggled.
The backflip's impressive.
All the way in front. Boy, great that time. Good team defense. Hines, however, has it checked out. Shot is wide, and backup belongs to the Cavaliers with La Rochelle there.
That could have been ugly there. A lot of eyes up in the air, bodies flying around. Someone could have landed on the turf pretty hard there.
Brady La Rochelle, the junior defender from Annapolis. Of course, this season switched to wear his brother Brock's number 33 after he had worn number 30. Says his favorite food is steak, and they have 3 dogs.
I thought it was me whey protein.
Look at him. Just look at
his dad confronted me in the parking lot. Said I was questioning his bench record.
Yeah, that's right. We talked about.
I said it wasn't mean I ran.
At 6'3", 215 earlier in the year. And by the way, that might be changing every moment for Brady. He could bench 320 and squat 400. We haven't gotten an update on those numbers as the season has gone on. Flag out. The Cavaliers in no hurry. I assumed it was offsides, but I realized I don't know that. Oh, there you go. Too many men. Yeah, sure. Same thing. Mollot comes away with it. 15 seconds.
Give it up.
Mollot apparently not even. Now let's see if he dodges in front. Nope. Sends it out to Moss. Moss's shot blocked. And so the Cavaliers will, with 3:43 remaining, go on the extra man for the first time tonight.
Glad Spalding's going to have a little time to recover here. I mean, Mollot has put in miles on those feet tonight, running around and killing the clock.
No doubt about it. Cavaliers 51.5% conversion on the extra man this season. In conference play, it's been 55%. Scally will serve the penalty.
I will not.
That's what it says right here.
All right. I'll be back.
Thanks, buddy. If you happen to bump into Brunch Matley while you're out there, been missing him.
I think I see some jean shorts down there.
That's my guy.
I think he's in the building.
Cut off. 30-second penalty. You imagine the Cavaliers not going to force anything because they'd have another 30 seconds they could run off. They got a good look, though, so you take those. Mollot not on target. 3:25 to play. Mollot up to Moss. Final seconds.
Going to be wide open here.
Final seconds of the penalty.
Throw to the point, throw back.
Now the penalty comes up. Back to even. Still 22 on the possession clock. Mollot drifts over to the corner because he wants to do a little more running. Gives it to Schwab. Schwab dumps it in front looking for Evans. Oh, it was there behind, but it didn't matter because Evans ended up in the crease. So St. Mary's gets it back with 2:49 remaining. See Vinny Berger out there. Vinny, the sophomore, long pole from Severna Park. Has 4 brothers. Was playing video games. He's played some basketball as well. Boy, he has really adjusted quite well to the varsity level this season.
Immediate impact for sure. Good find.
It's a really good look. Shot not on target from Ushaw, but what a find from Gale. Brimhall back at X. Trying to get in front.
50.
Being given nothing by La Rochelle.
I mean, didn't you just hear us say he benches 350?
I mean,
320.
He's given no quarter. Right in the middle. Golubowski's got it. Saw Jackson Hines in there helping out, the junior from Stevensonville and Navy commit. Says his favorite food is steak, but with A1 sauce. You need to eat some better steak, Jackson. One of 5 kids. All of his siblings are sisters. He's been playing lacrosse since pre-K and is part of the One Love Club here at Archbishop Spalding. Ticking towards a minute to play. I think now we can talk about it. Back on March 31st, Cavaliers went to McDonough and fell 12-11. What's going to have to be different this time for Archbishop Spalding to move on to the A Conference title game?
Well, they got to go whistle to whistle. They came out of the gate hot in that game. I think they could have been up 4 or 5 goals at one point. And like I said earlier in this game, you got to keep your foot on the gas pedal. I think they took it off, and McDonough, you're not going to hold that team down for 4 quarters. They're going to go on their run. So they got to come out of the gate hot and maintain. I think sticking to the basics and maintain that for 4 quarters is all they need to do.
That's a really remarkable job of tossing it into the corner, but allowing like 6 more seconds to come off in the process of tossing it into the corner.
Won a couple bocce tournaments.
Yeah, right. 30 seconds left. It's a heck of a year for St. Mary's. We mentioned that win over Calvert Hall, getting back to the playoffs for the first time since 2023. But they're going to finish up 10-7 on the year. Going to get one more for the road. Instead, it's taken away. Nice play from Braylon Jones. Cavaliers will improve to 11-6 on the season. They're going to move on to the semifinals. A date with McDonough Tuesday night in Annapolis as Archbishop Spalding defeats St. Mary's 12-6 here in the A Conference quarterfinals.
Great win. I mean, they dominated the game from start to finish. They had a couple sloppy turnovers in the clearing game, but other than that, took care of the ball, cherished it. Their offense was their best defense. I mean, their defense was pretty damn good today. So
no doubt. So, 4 teams left. All play on Tuesday night. Calvert Hall and Loyola Blakefield, Spalding and McDonough. Winners march on to the championship up at Stevenson University in Owings Mills. I want to thank you again for joining us all season long. It has been a pleasure to bring every game to you here at home for Archbishop Spalding. Thanks to Paul Garza and his great crew. Thanks to Tyler Lochte for helping us out this year, and Andrew Scally. I will miss you more than words can explain. Why don't we just hang out together? Why don't maybe we get an apartment together?
I might not leave the booth. Let's stay in the booth until next season.
Great. Always great working with you, brother.
Likewise.
Appreciate you a great deal. Good luck to the Cavaliers as they play in the semifinals on Tuesday night. For the entire team, I am Glenn Clark. Again, your final score this evening, Archbishop Spalding 12, St. Mary's 6. You've been watching Cavaliers Lacrosse.